Yo, 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 yo. Let's see if I got my music going. I don't think I got my music going. Let's see. All right, there it is. I'm gonna put my keyboard down here. Yeah. I think I'm gonna keep it right here, right now. For right now. What's going on? What's going on? Let me go ahead and see what's happening, man. It's almost game time, so I don't even want to I almost don't want to go live this shit, but I kind of have to. You know what I'm saying? So, you know. Joe, what's going on with you, man? What's going on? Sit of the day, Latifah Nebris. So Nebris is cool, man. So I didn't know initially that Nebris was a variation or inspired by Billie Eilish's fragrance, man. But hey, it's really, really good. That Eilish fragrance is actually good too. But I like Nebris, man. It is it's cakey. It's one of those that it's semi gourmand, but I like it a lot, man. It's good actually for this time of year, or what would be this time of year actually, because right now, man, it should be hot. I mean, it should be cold. It should be cooling down, man, but it is not cooling down at all. And I kind of wish that it would be, because I got like a whole bunch of like warm weather fragrances that are out right now, and I want to transition to the cool weather fragrances, man. I really want to transition to them, but it's hard to. It's hard to right now, man, because it's just so freaking hot still. Like in Atlanta, I think it was like 70, like high 70s. Today, I'm just now getting back in town. I actually was in South Carolina last couple days, man, visiting my wife's family. And man, when I say that was it was humid there for some strange reason. I think they had gotten some rain this weekend, man, or the weekend before. So, you know, I was waiting for some folks to get in here, man, because I do want to go ahead and drop this, man. I got home from my trip, and this was sitting there waiting, man. Shout out to my folks, man, at a news store for dropping this to me, man. That was actually a solid, man. A solid. As y'all know, Foozeball and fragrances, you know, we said, yeah, we sip, man. You know, I got my anejo, you know, ready to go. Let me see what's going on, man. I want to wait for a couple folk to get up in here, man, and see what it do. Yes, I appreciate that, Joel, man. Everybody that's in here, man, hit that thumbs up button, man. Show me a little love, but it's not even for me. It's to help, you know, get the channel going, and actually to, you know, get that algorithm pumping, man, because we got to get that algorithm going. Got to get that algorithm pumping, man. But yeah. Now I'm smelling it now. I'm sitting here. I'm like, dang, I probably should do some Afrin or something, because man, the nose is kicking my ass this weekend, man. From up there. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, this is actually an interesting looking little ditty here. You know, I like to rip that thing up. But yeah, man. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what a news store folks are hooking me up with here. Now, full disclosure, I wasn't even gonna buy this because my wife hates the original 9 p.m. Like, I had to give that away. My wife was not feeling that fragrance at all. She said it smelled like spray starch. But here's the box, man. Look at that. That's actually kind of slick. Real slick, man. Opens up kind of like, box style, gift box style, and then got the fragrance sitting in here. Ooh, but this is the 9 p.m. Rebel. Like I said, my wife is like, no way, Jose, on this. I like this bottle though, man. This is actually kind of slick. So it's mostly like the 9 p.m. bottle. I feel like this one, because of the color on it, I feel like it looks a little bit slicker, man. I got a few fragrances in mind to buy, but I'm waiting for Kajal Lamar Noir to come out. So I'm excited about that, and I think you're the one who got me excited about it. I was watching somebody stream, and I remember seeing the mention of Kajal Lamar Noir. So, man, I'm kind of excited about that one myself. The original I like, so I'm looking forward to it. But okay, so nice. Okay, so the bottle. I have to show off the bottle again. So there we go. And it's got a nice, interesting little color gradient on it. On the back, it's just red. It's a solid bottle too. Pure glass. I can't even smell it just yet, but that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. All right, let's see what we got here. So black sprayer. Don't look like anything special. Just a little black hard plastic. Well, actually, it seems like a metal sprayer. All right, let's see what it does, man. So everybody's kind of up in the air on what this is actually inspired by. I've been hearing everything from Hasselblad to Absolute Ventus to Caid El Frisson. So I'm about to go ahead and try to get a little taste of this. Well, not taste of it, but we'll spray this. Let's see what we got. So try to get it to where y'all can see the sprayer and stuff. All right. Okay. Sprayer is trash. It looks like it kind of sprays down when you spray it. It's like it's got like a little extra something in there, like they need to clean the nozzle out. I can see why people said Caid El Frisson. I can see why people say Caid El Frisson. Because I get, when I spray this, I get that from the top. It's definitely got a smoky pineapple at the top. Yeah, you're right, Joel. It might be one of those transitional fragrances. I like fragrances like that. I mean, Mancera, one of my favorite Manceras recently, one of my favorite purchases is that Eternal Wood. And Eternal Wood is like that, where in the opening you get Oud for Greatness. As it kind of dries down a little bit, you start getting into more of the Hautane type of DNA, and you start picking up the Most Wanted in there as well. A little bit of Sauvage Elixir, a little bit of all that in there, man. Let's take a look at something right quick. Look at the notes on here. I actually think I got it up. So let's go through Spring around a bit here. All right, so it's like we got the top notes as mandarin, pineapple, Granny Smith apple, mid notes of cedarwood, vanilla, and oak moss, and the base notes are ambergris, dry wood, caramel, and musk. Now I'm interested in that caramel note, because that would be interesting if I start picking up caramel in there. That'd be really interesting if I start picking up that caramel. Let's see. And maybe you can pick it up in the undertone of it. But right now, for the most part, I'm getting that smoky pineapple in here. You get a little bit of the citrus. The other citruses kind of playing it a little bit. You got a little bit of the orange feel to it. but it's mostly pineapple. And again, I can see where people and why people are comparing this to Caid El Farsan, because you know what? Let me do something right quick. Try to see what I got on my skin. I got Latafa pizza on the skin right now. Let me do something. Let me put a little bit on the skin right quick. See what it does. Yeah, that sprayer is a problem. Like the actual atomizer on here is a little bit of a problem, man. That atomizer has kind of a weird trail drip thing going on with it. But you know, all right, let's see what we get here. Okay, so I get on skin, it's coming off a little bit less smoky than the Caid El Farsan, but there's the same pineapple essence in here. That same kind of juicy but smoky type of pineapple, slightly synthetic, but it seems to be a little bit more realistic than a lot of the other pineapples you find out there. But it is very much, just from the first impression on it, it is very much like Caid El Farsan, to the point to where I think side by side, you probably couldn't tell much of a difference between this and Caid El Farsan. I have the my Hasselblad in storage, and I think I'm gonna go pick that up tomorrow. Pick up that Hasselblad, and I'm gonna pick up the I have a sample of Absolute, Aventus Absolute. I'll run all of those next to each other, and then I have, of course, a bottle of Caid El Farsan. I may do a side-by-side video on it. I wanted to do like a quick first impression, like, you know, when I got it, when I saw it there. Excuse me, but I like this box design though. That cutout is nice. It's all cutout, but I may need to see, and it's a foam. It's like a foam cutout, but they have the overlay on it. It's a pretty box, huh? I am picking up a lot of Caid. I want to see if I was to say which one it kind of came closest to. If I was to say Caid versus Aventus Absolute versus Hasselblad, I say Caid. Between Absolute Aventus and Hasselblad, though, I lean towards Aventus. And to be honest, not even Absolute Aventus, man. Let me see something right quick. I almost lean more towards regular Aventus over Absolute. So grapefruit, bergamot, pink pepper, blackcurrant, pineapple, nutmeg, cloves, ginger, cinnamon, citron, cardamom, rose. No, this is not that. If this is trying to be Absolute, that's a failure. That's a complete failure. It, to me, comes across closer to the original Aventus than it does the Absolute Aventus. And again, to me, it really just kind of comes off more like Caid El Farsan than anything, honestly. I'm gonna give this a little while to settle, though. And Joel, that kind of goes back to what you were saying a little while ago here. I may give this a little while to settle out on skin and see what it does, because to me, just right off the rip, this is very disappointing You know, and to be honest, 9 p.m. I mean, it's not a whole lot else to expect. Not saying that all 9 p.m. is disappointing, because there's some people who love the original 9 p.m. DNA, which is that Lamel clone, but the Ultramel, sorry, clone. But I don't know. Love the bottle, love the design of it, love how they've, kind of, fixed this up as far as like the presentation goes. I love the box presentation. This shit is fire, man. That is fire. The box presentation is fire. But the fragrance itself, man, I feel like we've been here before. We've done this before. And not only is it not new with no variation, but I feel like it's been done better by a cheaper fragrance. That's a little bit of an issue. I mean, I'm getting a little bit of a transition at this point. It's kind of coming across a little bit fresh as it goes into the dry down. I'm getting a little bit of it almost feels like a lavender or something in there. I do feel like I'm picking up some pink pepper too. Let's take a look here. There's no lavender in here. It's got to be that cedar wood that I'm picking up a little bit. Now, they talk about this Granny Smith apple. Man, that must be a really hell of a fruit blend, because I'm getting mostly pineapple. I don't see where I can see a little bit of maybe the mandarin. There is a little bit of the orange tinge to it. I don't get much. And when they're talking about Granny Smith apple, I'm not getting that at all. I can see musk. Dry wood, definitely. And maybe all the way in the back, like all the way in the back, there may be a little bit of a caramel nuance, maybe, but it's hard to tell because I do pick up a little bit of vanilla. I don't think it's caramel. Now, I will say it's not quite, it doesn't feel as linear as Caid El Farsan. Caid El Farsan, you're getting the juicy pineapple smokiness and everything. You're getting woods straight up, and it is what it is. This one seems to be a little bit softer on the smokiness. Very reminiscent of that DNA, though. Very, very, very close to that DNA. Just a tad bit softer on the smoke, and then there is an additional citrus, and maybe that's the little bit of that Granny Smith apple now coming out. But I do pick up the pineapple, definitely pick up a little bit of that, a good bit of the mandarin, and then, like I said, it does feel like it's a little bit of a citrus blend. So maybe that's the Granny Smith apple kind of playing a little part in it. Although I'm not picking it up directly, maybe it's blended in pretty well to give give it its own nuance. But I'm not gonna say that it's a bust yet and not to buy this yet. I will sit with it a little bit. We'll sit with it and see how it performs here, man. King, how's this in comparison to Rosasi House Black? They're night and day. House Black's a lot stronger. And House Black seems to be a little bit richer. It's got a little bit more depth to it. You know how House Black isn't a pineapple bomb. This is mostly, it comes closer. This comes closer to Caid El Farsan than it does Creed Absolute. It's mostly heavily pineapple at the top. With the House Black, you do have a little bit of nuance and depth in that fragrance. This one doesn't have that completely. By the way, shout out King P. What's up? All right, Driz, what's going on, man? What's going on? So basically, I was just kind of sitting here, kind of giving a little bit of a back and forth with it. Let me see what it smells like on the dry down on here. So when I smell it, I initially get Qaeda or Fasan. Like I saw the comparisons between this and what is it cloning? Is it cloning Absolute Aventus? Is it cloning Hashavat, or is it cloning Qaeda or Fasan? To me, I get a lot of Qaeda or Fasan on here, and I guess that wasn't the intent for them to clone. It smells to me not really like Aventus Absolute. I have a decant of Aventus Absolute in there. I got that one in my storage spot too. So I got the Hashavat and I got Absolute in there. I just came in and saw the box and said, let me do a live right quick, get my first impressions on it. But I think I'm gonna compare it to all three, because I have Absolute, I have Hashavat, and I have Qaeda for Fasan, and I'll go with it. A little Baccarat. I can tell you this: people who are saying Baccarat are probably looking at this. They're probably looking at the color. If they're saying Baccarat in terms of the thickness of it, or that resonance of it, resonance, I can't even say that word of it, maybe, but I'm not getting Baccarat. All right, I'm not getting that. I mean, now that being said, I hadn't put my nose on Baccarat in maybe about a year or so. But I kind of remember how Baccarat smells, and I don't really get that. Maybe it's like Joel said earlier. Maybe it's kind of a blend of Baccarat and Creed Absolute and Qaeda for Fasan and Hashavat and all these different things. To me, I don't know if I could say I would buy this. This is just so far. Now I'm gonna sit on it, and I'm probably gonna drop a review on Tuesday. I'm not even gonna wear it out. So this is probably gonna be one that I'm gonna probably do a quick review on for turnaround, and then I'm gonna probably wear it a couple times and do a full review. I'm gonna wear it tomorrow and see what it feels like, what it plays like, and then I'll probably do a little bit of a revisit on it after a couple of wearings. But right now, I don't know if I would say buy this when you got a fragrance that's cheaper that does the same thing that this does and probably better in Qaeda for Fasan. So, yeah. So today, vanilla and cognac. Now that sounds goddamn delicious right there. That sounds damn delicious. Vanilla and cognac, man. So this is the time of year for it. And I keep saying that, even though it's hot as hell up here in Atlanta. It's getting into that cooler season. Should be getting into that cooler season, and this is the time of year where I start looking around trying to get those cooler fragrances. So that sounds like a cool weather monster right there. It definitely does. So I don't see anything animalic. By the way, looking at the Fragrantica thing here, and maybe they're talking about the musk being animalic, or maybe the smoke. I don't know. Yeah, this smells a lot like Qaeda for Fasan. Like I'm a little disappointed. And I probably shouldn't be disappointed, but I'm a little disappointed because, 9 p.m. they have been hyping this particular fragrance up. But I think I'm gonna sit on it. Well, like I said, I'm gonna wear it tomorrow. and see what it does, man, because I am really interested in if this is actually just a quick money grab and they decided that they were going to do a piss poor job on recreating the Aventus DNA. You know, because to me, this comes across more like original Aventus than it comes across as like an Aventus Absolute. So I'm wondering if that's what this is. I'm wondering if that's this was just like a late to the party money grab. You know, like 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. had done, you know, they done Ultramail. You know, they got some of the more feminine Fergusons out of there. They did the 9 a.m. dive to kind of, you know, capitalize on that that bigger brand, that DNA. So then they were like, we haven't done the Aventus DNA yet. Let's go ahead and try doing the Aventus DNA and see what happened. And they went ahead and put this out. I wonder if that's what it is. Because if that's what this actually is, and like I said, I'm going to put it, matter of fact, do I have my Aventus in here? I know I don't have Absolute here. But do I have the Aventus? I do not. That's in there too. That's in storage too. That's all right. It's cool. I'm gonna figure it out. There's two. The presentation is fire. I like that, man. The presentation is fire. That's a hard phone too. I love that. Presentation is fire, man. But man, this is a disappointment if that's all it is. I was hoping that it was gonna be something that would be a little bit more complex. Like they were really doing some true perfumery there. I let it come off the skin for a while now, and so in the background, I am picking up a little bit of. I'm picking up a little bit of woods. I'll just say, doing the Lord's word, save me money. I ordered to do it after. So yeah. When I got it, I was like, man, I wanted to do this one because I wanted to because I was kind of excited about seeing what this is gonna be about because I've been hearing a lot of the hype on it out there, man. But now I'm like, I don't know. Oh, I didn't see the inside of the cap is red. So, yeah. Presentation wise, this is nice. This is nice. This is better presentation Qaeda for some. I hate saying it like that, but that's kind of what it's coming across as, man. It really is. Man, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna let this sit. Got a nice little oil streak on here in my skin too. I don't know if y'all can see it. But it's got a nice little oil streak here. I mean, it's not bad at all. I don't think it's bad, but it is kind of disappointing in the sense that, you know, and this could just be my great expectations. Was thinking that it was going to be a little bit something better or a little bit something more than an Aventus clone. I don't see, like I said, I don't see Aventus Absolute in it at all. I don't really see Hasselblad, to be honest. I mean, I guess, you know, yes. King, man, it sounds like a 7 out of 10. Man, I'm gonna reserve a rating on it until tomorrow, because if I was to rate it tonight, I would actually have given it a 6 out of 10. Like, because it's not. There's a part of me that really wants it to get better. Yeah. Because as collectors, it takes more than a while. That is very true, Joe. That is very, very true. it takes a lot more for us to get excited about a fragrance. And I think if you smelled, because you've smelled, anybody who's a collector, most people on this stream have smelled this DNA before. And like I said, I think they've smelled it done better at a cheaper price than this. And I don't even know what it's going for as far as retail wise. You know. Yeah, and that's kind of why. Yep, that's true, man. Yeah. So I think I do want to sit on it a little bit. You know, that's why I was saying I want to kind of reserve, putting a rating on it, because, right out the box, I'm expecting something else, but I'm expecting something to be a little bit more like ooh ah. But I'm gonna let this kind of sit on skin a little bit and see what it does, see how it affects, because it's kind of going through the initial transitions right now. I would say that it's fairly linear, but I am picking up a little bit more of the woody nuance in there as it kind of goes into the dry down. So, I'm picking up those dry woods that it talks about. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see what it does. Tito, what's going on, man? This clone of what? That's the question. What is it that they were really trying to go after? Because while everything I've heard says Absolute Aventus and Hasivat, and those, this doesn't really smell as much like Absolute Aventus. It really doesn't. It's closer to the original Aventus, and again, like I said, it's actually closer to Caid El Fasad than those. So I'm curious. I'm gonna let this sit a little bit. I'm gonna take I have the Caid, and like I said, I gotta go get the Absolute and Hasivat from storage, and I'll get them tomorrow. And I'm gonna do a comparison on all three and see which one I think is closest to. Just for the fact that I want people to kind of be, at least advised on what it actually is, closest to as far as what I think it's really trying to go after. And then again, what it's trying to go after may not even be what it smells the closest to. They may be trying to go after Aventus, but it came out smelling like Caid. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It could be the oils, synthetics that it's using, because there are some serious synthetics in here. It's definitely some serious synthetics. Although they did a really nice job with the pineapple, it is really close to that Caid pineapple. As a matter of fact, it's about the same as that Caid pineapple. I feel like the Caid pineapple is a little juicier, but hey, that's interesting. Man, I am gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm gonna actually put a couple sprays on, live with it a little bit here, see what it does, because this is gonna be an interesting wear here for the evening. Let's see what it does. I think I'll have some more information on tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna give the full wearing on it and kind of see where it goes. Oh Jesus. All right. So it's still strong. It's strong. But yeah, so I'm trying also not to blow my nose out too, because that's not gonna help as far as grading it if I blow my nose out with it. But yeah, I love the presentation so far. The fragrance itself is nice. It is a nice fragrance. I'm not even gonna lie to you. The fragrance is nice, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see what it compares to and how it kind of wears in the next couple of hours, and how I feel about it after putting a full wear on it tomorrow, man. And then I'll probably do the review to drop on Tuesday on it. So I'll get that review dropped on Tuesday, if not tomorrow night, but probably gonna be Tuesday. I'll go ahead and drop the review on it, full review. Well, at least the 1 day wearing. I'm probably going, y'all know me, I'm gonna probably wear it a few different times. So we're gonna see. All right, man, I'm out of here. Joe, appreciate you coming through. King P, Tito, man, Driz, my man. Look, Novice Nation in the building. I'm gonna holler at you guys, man. And yeah, smell good. We're gonna see what's going on, guys. I'll revisit this tomorrow. Later, folks.